My Discovery 1 has recently run out of MOT and I need to get it back on the road. So today what I'm going to be doing is going through, I've made a little checklist, so today I'm going to be going through every little thing on the checklist to get it through an MOT and give it another year's ticket. Hopefully it passes and we don't find anything untoward. Yeah. Hopefully you find this video interesting and maybe even consider subscribing, because I've noticed that quite a lot of people, well, there's probably 80% of viewers on the channel aren't actually subscribed. So please consider subscribing. Right, let's get cracking. So I've had the battery on charge overnight because the voltage was low. So I'm going to disconnect it and then we'll get the car moved forward and then start looking through this list. Still charging. See, it's flashing. If it focuses. It's still flashing, which means it's still charging. But I'm going to disconnect it anyway because we should be alright. Hopefully. Turn it off. Hopefully it starts. That started being a bit dodgy. I have to use a key to pop it up. Yeah, so I'm going to have to look into that. Got a bit of a dodgy thing. Right, we're showing 13 volts, so it should start. Let the glow plug light go out. Beautiful. I'm going to let it tick over for a little bit, let it warm up a little bit. Got plenty of fuel, everything's looking alright. The alternator's charging now, might be able to see. We've got 14.6 volts, so the alternator's working. I do need to look at that, might just be a bit sticky, that lock. Yeah, so I'm going to pull it forward and we'll have a look at the lights and start making our way through the checklist. Also needs a right good clean as well, it's a bit grubby in here. Girls have been eating biscuits and stuff in the back, so that all needs cleaning out. Yeah, exciting. Right, so I've got my checklist, I've got a pen, I'm going to tick it. I've got my checklist, I've got a pen. I'm going to tick each one off as I go, and I'm going to start with the lights and the electrical system. So first up is the headlights. Side light not working. I'll just switch it off. There we go. Right. Right, so we'll start with the side light. I think it's just a loose connection. This is the dilemma that I've got. So the side light's on, but it's a bit flickery. There's a bit of a dodgy connection. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at that, I think. Right, so I've got this. This is an aftermarket thing. They got corroded in the past, and the side light thing got corroded in the past, so I had to cut it off and fit a new one with bullet connectors. The connectors seem to be alright. I think the side light's alright, but I've noticed inside the housing, I don't know if you can see on the camera, there is a little bit of corrosion on the terminals where the bulb sits. So I'm going to give that a clean and hopefully, fingers crossed, that sorts that problem. Right, so what I can do is I can push the wire from the bottom, which will then force the terminal out, Might need some pliers, some small pliers which will pull it out. There we go. And there is a little bit of corrosion on the terminal, so I've got a little wire brush. I'm just going to clean it up. Yeah, see the bulb's got a little bit of corrosion on it as well, so I'll give them a wire brushing. Could just replace the bulb, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just the connections. Right, slide all that back in, make sure the terminals are the right way. Slot the bulb back in. Right, let's go and give that a test. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Still not amazing. Right, I did try and organise the garage so that I had everything, all my electrical stuff together, but I need to sort out a drawer system. That looks like a drawer full of bulbs. Slowly over a period of time started collecting different bulbs so that if I had this issue I could just grab a bulb. These look like side light bulbs, capless. We'll try some just simple ones for now, some halogens. They are capless. Dicky connection somewhere. That is better. Right, let's get the headlight back in. We're on. One thing I'm going to do though, while I'm doing the side lights, because that is a different bulb, a halogen one instead of an LED, I'm going to change the other one to make them match. Otherwise it looks stupid, won't it? Right, while I've been fiddling with this side, I've noticed that this one's a bit dicky as well. And I think it could be the connections on the side light bit. Let me take it off. Them bits that I've just cleaned up, I think the opening's too wide, so they're not clamping on the bulb connections, which is then making them flicker on and off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push them out and I'm going to close them up a little bit. And if that works, I'll put the other LED in that side. You see, they're quite wide, so if I close them up a little bit, yeah, look at this. See this one? Absolutely no flickering, no messing about. I'll do the other one, see if I can clamp that one back up. Might have solved it. Perfect. No flickering. Show you. No flickering. Nice simple fix. Right, I'll put it all back together and then we can look at the back. Side light. Side light. Check. Hopefully it's just a bulb. They're really easy to get to. Look like it's blown, but it's in wonky. It wasn't in straight for some reason. Try it. Right, so these are just like side lights. They're not brake lights, they're just tail lights. So I have to have a look in my thing here. And those ones. What are these? That's a brake tail light. Pretty sure I had a box full of these. Nope. These aren't the same, are they? Aha. 5 watt, 12 watt, 5 watt. I'm not sure if they're going to work. But I don't know if I've got any more. I'm going to try this. What are these? Now they're the same but they're white. I'll try this. If it comes on, then I know it's a bulb. If not, then we've got another issue. I'm also going to try this little one as well, because with these being clear, I need a red bulb. Right. It's not good. I don't have to chase that further. Right. It's not the bulb. Next step is get my voltmeter out and we'll see if there's any voltage at the connection. Right. So it's not the bulb. I need to get the voltmeter out and we'll have a look at the connection. It could even be this. I might just quickly try a different socket. Because I've got a few sockets here and yeah, they all look a bit shabby. Go on there. And that looks the best of the bad bunch. Right, what I'll do quickly before I start messing about with voltmeters and stuff, I'll slot that back in and we'll just try and see if it's just the connector. It could be this. I've got to turn the lights on as well. Damn. What I'm also going to do is remove this one and I'm going to test it with the voltmeter on this side, just to show me what the reading should be. Negative. Yeah, 12 volts. Well, this one should be 12 volts as well. Negative. .16. Right. Great. Right. The fact that it's full of mud isn't great. Pop the cap off. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just going to trace the wire back. I'm going to disconnect it from there. Trace the wire back and take the protective thingy off it. It's all a bit wet, and I'm going to just make a little incision in the wire and test it further back and see if there's any power there. If there isn't, then just keep tracing it further back. Good fun. 0.19. Right, so we're not getting 12 volts through. Have to take that further. Now these go up into the car, so now we're going in car. Right, I'm going to have to clear all this out. I think we've had a bit of water leakage. It's not good. Have a look at that. Right, the inside's looking a bit sorry. I'm going to take up this carpet. I'm going to have to take these screws out first. Looking good. We've got corrosion right the way along and a hole there. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Smashing. I didn't think it was that bad. Turns out it is. And it looks like I've got a load of work ahead of me. Right, we need to investigate further. I may not be putting it in for an MOT anytime soon. let's assess the damage. That feels horrible. Very badly rotten there. The wheel arch itself, I think we've got a hole there, and that's probably where the water's been coming in. Oh yeah, that's completely gone. And that. This side isn't too bad. Not long since I did it. I mean, that's not great, that needs addressing. That's really soft. Yeah. Yep, definitely gone there. Well, I didn't think I had to worry about the boot floor, if I'm honest. It's only, what, 3 years since I did this? Might be a little bit longer. It's not that long since I did it, but it has well and truly gone through. The issue that I have is I paid somebody to do this boot floor, and clearly he's done a shit job. So, look at the positives. It's a chance for me to do it properly this time. I will have to get a new boot floor, and I think I'll have to get the side pieces as well, and maybe do something with the wheel arches. The wheel arches are quite hard to come by, so it may be a case of fabricate the base of the wheel arches myself. Either way, it's a lot of work, and I wasn't prepared for it. Shit. Yeah, my thinking is probably fuel tank out. Yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, I don't think. It's not going to pass an MOT, I don't think. Although it's not structural. I do know it's not structural. Yeah. Yeah, so there's not really much point in me going through the MOT checklist because there's not a lot left of the car. Shit. At least the side lights are sorted. Bollocks. Yeah, I'm a bit disheartened now. I'm thinking I might just end the video here and assess my options. Yeah, it may be that this car needs to come off the road for a little bit. Great.